Hello guys, it's me Beatley10 and I have another quick tutorial for you guys. There aren't too many tutorials or explanations on scripting logics for Easy FPS Editor. So I thought I would just make a small video here to demonstrate what you can do, like really simple stuff. I haven't really dove super deep into this yet, but the plan is to just get a simple map script working, right? So if you don't know how to do scripting, first things first is you want to open up the folder where your projects are in. So I have mine in my game dev folder of an external video drive, right? So if I go to Easy FPS and projects right here, this is where my projects are. So if I go to that, I can go to testing waters, which is my map for that. Go down here to, let me find it real quick, to scripts, right? And then you'll see these scripts right here. These are all scripts that I've made that run inside of the testing waters map specifically. Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm wrong. The game is called testing waters. The map itself is called testing grounds. But back to the scripts. So this script is named testing grounds, and the first map in testing waters is called testing grounds. The reason why I have it named the same is because it needs to be named the same if you want cutscenes or any kind of event to begin before the actual level completely loads. So before the level completely loads, you have your base script run. And if I go to here and I open up this file, I'm using Notepad++ to edit my stuff because I just find it easier, right? A very outdated version of Notepad++, and we don't need the halt. So I can get rid of that. So I don't want to confuse you with that. The halt was just a precaution I had when I first started. So first things first is you want to set up, if you want to set up like a cutscene, you can do Visual Novel 1, which is VN space 1. That means that visual novel mode is true and or turned on. When you want to add a text, you just type in the word text very plainly in sight, right? You put a text, put the parentheses, and then type out what you want to type out, and that will show up on your screen when you're done. Right here, I have move visual novel VN, move VN 0600, which is 0 on the x-axis and 600 pixels on the y-axis. So that brings the text down, way down to the lower half of the screen. After that, right, so I have a few text models here, or text boxes, we'll just say text boxes. Some text boxes here, and we can go down after it's done, right? Text will say, it's time to get up and explore the camp, right? So that has the move visual novel down, so the text is down at the bottom, right? And then I go to entity delete 690, so that deletes the entity that is taking up the space in front of the character. I don't really remember why I did this. There was a reason why I did it, but I'll probably have to get back to you on that one because I have changed the map up a lot and the character does not start in that position anymore. But essentially that will just delete whatever is in that location on the map. So if we go to 690, right, that is 0 is floor 0, I believe. 6 and 9 is the x and y axis of the map. So if I open the game up right here, if we go to right there, there's the x and the y. So it's, yeah, so x, y, and z. 0 is floor 1. So we go over 6. And we go down 9 and go over 6. So there you go. I guess it deletes whatever's in that door for me. My character can't even get into this section of the map anymore. He spawns all the way down here. But anyways, that was just a testing part of the map anyways. I just really wanted to learn the scripting logic of this engine. So that's what I have here. And then when the visual novel is over, right, I have it so it gives me weapon number 1. And then it gives me ammo for weapon number 1. That's why it says give ammo 1. And then 5 is the quantity or the amount of bullets that you receive when it says give ammo. So if we go here and we open up another script for event 1, right? If I run up to the event 1 locator, which is inside the map, right? So it's placed down in the map, somewhere in the map, right? Okay, so there's number 2, and there's number 3. Clearly number 1 is missing, so let's just see number 2. So this one is not, there you go, right here. So that's event 2. So once I walk into event 2, it opens up Visual Novel 1 as well, which is just, opening up Visual Novel mode, and it creates the text. This wall looks closer, or this wall looks like a door. It is clearly not a door. I guess I won't be able to open it. Map return. Map return just returns you back to the map. So when you start Visual Novel 1 up, when you put Visual Novel to true, it pauses the game. So anything that's attacking you and stuff is supposed to pause. That's about the gist of what I know, right? So you can create entities. When you're done opening up an event, you can add items to your inventory. You can give yourself armor. You can give yourself health. You can give yourself anything you need. And if you're like fancy with coding, you can even add a few variables that can add stuff like money. You can buy items with money, health, whatever. You can do a lot of things with variables. And keep in mind, the sky is the limit when it comes to adding variables in any game engine. Now, I know I'm probably just rambling a little bit, but it's important that people understand that a variable is essentially a reference to something you want to call upon. And I see a lot of people that struggle with variables, right? And I don't know how to put variables into this kind of text document. If I did, I would let you know. But as of right now, I don't. But essentially, in a program, a variable is a determined item that you want to reference later on down the road. So let's say you have a variable that is called money, right? And that money is a number. So we'll just type it in here. Money, right? Let's just say money equals 100. You have $100, right? And let's say you have another variable that you click on. You click on something and it references a variable or a function that goes to a store, right? And that store has items for sale. And let's say you get a banana that is equal to $25 because it's ridiculously expensive, right? Banana. But you purchase that banana. You can reference the functions for both of these, right? You can, or the variables for both of these, sorry, not functions. And you can set up a system to where it'll subtract the price of the banana from your money, and your money ends up being $75. So essentially, it's all math. Like anything that it boils down to at the end of the day, anything that you can think of that you could do with a computer mathematically, you can do in a video. That was a little bit of a ramble, but thank you guys for watching. You guys have an awesome day.